More than 2 million immigrants are coming to the UK each year as a worker in the UK on various work visa categories. For people who don't know, there are plenty of visa categories in the UK to migrate and settle here, like skill visa, global talent visa, scale-up visa, high potential individual visa, and many more. One of the common questions I get is which visa category is the best to migrate and settle in the UK. So in this video, I'll tell you which is my favorite visa and why is it the best visa category. Well, it's called skilled worker visa, which is based on points-based system where you need to collect 70 points. The reason why it's my favorite. Number one, the number of skilled visa issued last year was 2,67,670. This is nearly double the amount issued in 2019, and Home Office reports that Indian nationals were the highest nationality granted the skilled worker visa. Number two, it's hassle-free with no limitation because once you get a job offer and certificate of sponsorship, which is COS, you can apply for your own visa. Number three, you can bring your dependents and they can work full-time without any restriction. Number four, you are eligible for permanent residency PR in 5 years for yourself and your family. Number five, you can access certain public services such as healthcare and education. However, you have to pay for a healthcare surcharge during your visa application, which costs roughly £650 per year. Number six, visa cost. Your visa can be free if you happen to find a job with the big companies. Like, I never paid for any visa or my husband's visa as my company paid the full cost along with the flight tickets. So, if you want to know more details regarding the skill visa, make sure to stick with me till the end of this video. Hi guys, I'm Sarika and welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. So, my today's agenda is to cover everything about skill visa, like what are the eligibility criteria to apply for a skill visa, documents needed to apply for skill visa, how long can you stay on this visa, how to apply for your visa, can you apply for a dependent visa together with the main applicant, how long visa processing takes, how much does the visa processing cost, and what you cannot do on a skill visa. So let's start with agenda 1, the eligibility criteria to apply for skilled worker visa. First, you need a job offer from a licensed sponsor who are approved by the UK Home Office. Currently, more than 70,000 companies got licenses to give you visa. You can download the full list from the UK government website. Second, you must have a certificate of sponsorship from your employer with information about the role you have been offered in the UK. Third, do a job that's on the list of eligible occupations. Again, you can have a look at the full list from the UK Home Office where you can find almost all the kind of jobs are listed here. Fourth, minimum salary requirements. The minimum salary for the type of work you will be doing is whichever is the highest out of the following three options. So number one, £25,600 per year or £10.10 per hour, or the going rate for the type of work you will be doing. So let's understand this with an example. Samir from India applied for a job directly from India at the University of Reading as a service desk analyst. His CV got selected and also he cleared the interview, which was hosted online through Microsoft Teams. And within 2 days, he got a job offer from University of Reading with a salary of £26,000. The going rate defined by the government is £24,000 for this job, and hence he is eligible for skilled visa. Whereas, say Raj got a job as supply chain analyst and is being offered £25,000, but the annual going rate defined by government is £30,000. So Raj will not qualify for skill visa because between 25 and 30, of course 30 is the highest number, and hence his visa will be rejected due to less salary being offered by his employer. If you don't know how to check this, on your COS, you must have your 4-digit occupation code. Also, you can search yourself via the ONS tool. After that, go to this page and just search with your job code where you can see the annual going rate for your job code. Fifth criteria, knowledge of English. You will need to prove your knowledge of English, which you can do in 3 ways. Number one, you can give English language test like IELTS or British Council exam. Number two, if you have studied in the UK, you can get directly 10 points here without giving any exam. And number three, if you have not studied in the UK but your major was in English, you can add an academic qualification level statement which you can obtain from ECCTIS website by applying for the certificate by submitting your degree and MOI, which is medium of instruction. I already have a detailed video on this topic which I'll link in the video description. Now let's move to agenda 2, which is the list of documents needed to apply skill visa. So list of documents provided by employer. require? Number 1, job offer letter, of course. Number 2, your certificate or sponsorship reference number. Number 3, your job title and annual salary. Number 4, your job's occupation code. Number 5, the name of your employer and their sponsor license number. Now, other documents which you need to arrange are, of course, proof of your knowledge of English. Number 2, valid passport. Also, other documents which you might need is proof of maintenance funds like your bank statements or fixed deposit for say £1,270. You will need to keep this money minimum 28 days in a row. However, you don't need this if you're already in the UK for last 12 months or your employer will cover your first month's cost of £1,270. And the last one, your marriage certificate if you're applying for a dependent visa, and a criminal record certificate if you're working in certain jobs. Also, for few countries, tuberculosis test certificates if your country is listed. Agenda 3, how long can you stay on this visa? You can stay maximum 5 years on skill visa and the duration will be mentioned on your COS. However, you can change your employer as many times as you want during this 5 years as long as you get a new COS. You can apply for ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain after you have spent 5 years on this visa with no gap more than 180 days outside the country, with few exceptions like medical or others. Now, agenda 4, how to apply your visa. To apply for a skilled worker visa, you will need to submit an online application together with your supporting documentation and pay the relevant fee. You will also need to provide your biometric information at the visa processing center local to you, either overseas or in the UK. So depending on your situation, you can use any of the links like where you are applying from outside the UK or inside the UK, or you're switching visa within the UK. So for all the scenarios, you need to apply online. Agenda 5. Can dependents apply together with the main applicant? So answer is yes, you can include your partner and children in your application to stay in the UK if you're eligible as part of a dependent visa, but you need to fill out a separate application form. But your partner and children must have a certain amount of money available to support themselves while they are in the UK. Example, you'll need £285 for your partner, £315 for one child, and £200 for each additional child. You don't need to pay this amount, but just show in your bank statement. Agenda 6, how long visa processing takes. Once you have applied online, you'll usually get a decision on your visa within 3 weeks if you're outside the UK, and 8 weeks if you're inside the UK. You can apply for a visa up to 3 months before the day you are due to start in the UK. Agenda 7. How much does the visa processing cost? When you apply for a skilled worker visa, you will need to have enough money to pay the application fee. The standard fee ranges from £625 to £1,420 depending on your circumstances. You will pay a lower application fee if your job is on the shortage occupation list, and you will be told how much you need to pay when you apply online. Number 2, you need to pay the healthcare surcharge, which is usually £624 per year. However, surcharge is free for few categories like doctors, nurses, or any healthcare staff. For more details about the cost, you can pause this video and check from this table. Remember, like I said, if you got a job with a big company, they generally pay for your visa, but for medium and small size firms, you need to pay the application fee and the healthcare surcharge. Now, agenda number 8. What you cannot do on a skilled visa. So number 1, you cannot apply for most benefits like the public funds or the state pension. And you cannot change jobs unless you get new employer with a new job offer and COS. So this brings me to the end of this video. If you want me to show you the demo on how to apply online, do let me know in the comment section. If I receive more than 100 comments about demo, I will definitely make a quick video to help you guys as much as possible. And if you want to know the steps to apply jobs currently in the UK, make sure you watch my previous video from here. Thanks for watching my video till the end, and I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Till then, keep learning.